Hi there to all of my followers. Thank you for following my dreams too. So, I am making a live video to answer some questions that I got on my channel last night. So, the questions that I got, let's see, it's from Samantha Stewart. And the first question in here says, what is my favorite crochet projects to work on? My favorite crochet projects would be bigger projects. Anything that takes a while to do, like blankets, long scarves, don't really take that long, but I do like doing those. Pretty much anything that takes a while to do, I love doing. Uh, yeah, I do like doing the smaller stuff that I can whip up fast, but I do prefer the bigger stuff just because it takes longer. I don't know why. It's just something that I do. Um, the other question was, what is my favorite yarn? Red Heart is my absolute favorite when I can find it and I can afford it. When I can't, right below my desk is where I store all my yarns. So I'm trying to find one that actually has a tag on it because I usually take the tags off. Let me see. Does this one have? Yeah. This is what I get for the most part. It's Mainstay. It's the Walmart brand. Um, when I can't afford the Red Heart, this is my go-to here. Um, and where I live at, that is the Walmart brand. I don't know if that's everywhere, but I do know that that is where I live at. Right now, my current projects that I am working on is I have a mosaic that I am working on for my pastors. It's going to say Dwayne, Hearts, Janet with their colors. So I'm doing that for both my pastors. It's supposed to be a Christmas gift, but I didn't get it done in time. And yes, I understand that there's probably not going to be anybody in this live view because it is Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everybody. I had seen Samantha's comment when I was looking at my channel this morning, and I had a lot of questions on it. Um, and so I was just going to do a live video of answering everything and showing my current whips. The other one that I have, I've got yarn attached to it here, so I'm trying to do this without pulling it out too far. This is the other one that I am working on. It is a corner to corner. I am making it for my dad. So it has my dad's name and it has an eagle on it. The actual pattern for that one is right here. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, if my light will stop blaring on it. This is what it will look like when it's done. At least this is the pattern that I'm following. I drew that, so I'm hoping it turns out good. The other project that I have right now that's not finished is I designed these. I made a slipper for my dad. I changed my pattern a little bit. I brought the heel up higher because I know that's something that he would really appreciate. I still have to do the strap that goes across the side of the shoe, and I still have to double up and stuff the sole of the shoe and obviously tuck in all my ends. But this is the slipper that I designed for my dad. I need him to try it on to see if I have the sizing right, because I found out with the one that I made for my mom that I can't just go off the estimate sizes that they have on Google because it did not turn out the right size. The other one that I have has a bunch of yarn wrapped around it right now. This is a scrap blanket that I am making for my mother-in-law, if I can find the end of it. I didn't want the yarn to get tangled up, so I wrapped it around the blanket. We are going to be going over to my mother-in-law's house for Christmas today. Not right now. We're going to do it like later on because so many people in our family are not morning people. So we are going to wait until a little bit later, and then we are going to go over there. And I am going to take this with me. I can't show the whole thing on here because it is kind of longer, but it is a scrap blanket that I am working on for my mother-in-law. So I think it's really cool. I'm not really staying with a certain stitch. Like it started out with a granny square ripple stitch thing, but I didn't like the end being rippled, so I put in the little triangles here. And then I got bored of that stitch, so I moved over to a basket weave stitch here. Um, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the next one. I thought about maybe doing a couple rows of Tunisian and maybe putting um, some hearts in it. That's kind of the idea with it, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what I'm going to do. It kind of depends on how I feel when I get tired of doing the basket weave. But right now, that is the only whips that I have going on. And I just knotted up my yarn, which was not what I was trying to do. In the description down below is Samantha's channel if you want to go check her out. I want to give a huge shout out to you, Samantha Stewart, uh, for leaving a comment on my channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. It lets me know what kind of videos people are actually watching. So it really does help me out when y'all comment on my stuff. I gotta try to wrap this one back up. At one point, I had them in balls, and I still haven't got the stuff to actually, like, I've thought about maybe putting it on popsicle sticks, but for the most part, it usually just dangles when I do corner to corner. And then when I'm not working on it, I just wrap it around the project like this. But I probably should get some kind of bobbins or pens or something to put them on so it's not all tangled up. I just don't do corner to corner very often, so I haven't actually thought to do it. So the challenging thing that I came across on here on my mosaic one, my mosaic one that I'm thinking of is Dwayne's name is one letter longer than what Janet's name is. So what I did was I figured out my count of how much wider I need it to be. And then I did a chain stitch and I attached that chain stitch to the row below because this entire row here was just single crochet in the back stitch. Try to keep it on camera. Because I didn't have anything on it. It's just my border row because right here I did a single row of stitches before I did the heart. So I wanted to do the same thing before I did Dwayne's name. um, so I did a chain stitch and I attached that to that row below. So it's got like a little pocket there, but when I start actually crocheting his name, I'm going to start in the chain stitch And then I'm going to go to the front row here and work it. And this is because I realized afterwards that I missed a stitch. So I just went in with some scrap yarn and I looped it twice just to fill in the gap there. So you can't really tell because of the way that I did it unless you look like really close. But I left the marker to let me know that I missed a stitch, so I need to add an extra stitch there just to keep my count right for the rest of it. But when I get all the way down here to the end, then I'm going to go back to the chain and I'll work the rest of the chain there, and that's going to extend my project out. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to like work anything down the side here, or if I'm just going to leave it where, it's like this. I haven't fully decided that yet. I'll see what I feel like when I get done. Yeah, that's the back of it. I really like the back of it on mosaic. It looks really pretty. Um, that's what I'm working with on that. The yarn that I am working with for that is, apparently I have to find it. Apparently I have to find the yarn that I'm working with on that. It's this red yarn, and I got this from Temu. I am not a fan. It's very thin, and I didn't get quite as much as I thought I would for the price, so I'm going to stick to Walmart. I only got this one because I really needed the yarn and I wasn't going to be going to Walmart because I don't have one close by me. So I ordered it just to see what it was like. And I guess for certain projects it would work amazing, but for the stuff that I like doing, like the blankets and scarves and jackets and bigger stuff like that, it's just way too thin of a yarn. If I was using it for like smaller things or amigurumi, however you pronounce that, I've never figured that out. Um, it would work amazing and I would recommend it, but not for stuff that I do, uh, because you have to double it up just to get it the size of the yarn that I use all the time. But I can't find the actual package that I ordered it in. I just rearranged my desk. People that watch my videos um, have seen that big shelf that I had right here. I moved that and I have it setting back here with all of my boxes that store my extra art stuff in it. So I'm still working on organizing that, but I moved all of that, and the where I had all these boxes setting and stuff right behind here, I have it set up for a desk for my daughter now because she does so much art stuff just like I do. So she definitely needs a desk that she can do all that stuff on. Uh, so I moved all of my stored art stuff off of there so that she can have that. So now it sits right behind me. So I'm still working on trying to organize my desk back out. Uh, so I can't find the yarn. But that answers all of the questions that I had on my comments this morning. A huge shout out to Samantha Stewart for leaving a comment on my channel. Thank you. It helps a lot. And for anybody else, if you have any questions for me, uh, whether it's with crochet or with my books or anything that I have on my channel, just leave it in the comments and I will be glad to answer that for y'all. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out a lot.